The camera needs to be on me. IndigoMoon Aussies, this is Christy Cotton, and we'd like to introduce our first movie with the Something to Talk About litter, and that's Beyonce. She's our bred by girl. IndigoMoon's irreplaceable, and the litter is sired by Rico, our bronze grand champion. We're really excited. This is probably going to be their last litter. We have 4 beautiful puppies, and so one thing I wanted to show, the puppies' eyes are not open. They can hear a little bit, but their hearing isn't complete. But I wanted to show you how by smell they're so bonded with me that when I get in the box, they're all going to start coming up to me through smell. And I'll talk to them, but it's more for me than them. Babies! Babies! Wake up, babies! Wake up! Wake up! And I get in here with them. Come on, come see Mom. Come see me. Who's asleep over here? Come see me. As you can see, they're kind of putting their heads up. Of course, when I have them on film, they're going to take forever. Normally, they're already on me, and they'll try nursing off me. Come on, Beyonce's in the other room. She just got done nursing them. But let's see, we can see Rapper. Let me move over here. Maybe it'll be easier to see. Hi, babies. Hi, babies. It's the mom. It's the mom. It's the number mom come to see you. It's the number mom to come to see you. There we go. Come on. Come and see me and give me some lovies. They're very healthy. They're 2 weeks old today, and they're doing great. They're gaining weight. They're right on target with things. Their personalities are really starting to come out. See, you can see them nuzzling against me. And that, to me, is just the imprint from me handling them. I do not... You know, every breeder has their own way, and I'm not suggesting my way is the only way or the right way, but I am a very involved breeder, and I'm present during the whelping. I open the sacks, I tie cords. Hi. 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 Is that Rapper? I'm going to get pink lipstick on him. Hi. There's Secret. There's Secret. There's Howler. Yeah, there's Whisper. So we have 3 boys and a girl. We already know who we're keeping, so we do have 3 available. So I guess I can start. I just wanted everyone to see. They're not doing it quite as much, of course, just like kids when they're on camera. But I wanted to show everyone. Let me start with the firstborn. We'll go in order. And this is Secret. He's a male. And he's got white. He's got a beautiful head. You can really see his profile. And when their faces are, when there's a lot of white on their faces, the profile of the head is hard to see but easy to feel. So one thing I want to mention, and that's something that Rico really stamps in his puppies, is head. The other thing I'd like to show you, and if you've watched my videos, you're familiar with this. If you take the 2 paws and you place them up against the muzzle, it gives you an idea if this dog has, you know, good bone, and Secret has a lot of bone. He's a very solid pup. He has beautiful hocks, great balance. That's one of the first things I look for. And you can see balance in a puppy that's just born, really. Even a small puppy. And one thing that I've always mentioned in my videos is that the smallest puppy or the biggest puppy now is not a reflection on adult size. For example, this is our 3rd cross, and in one of the crosses we had who we called Jakey. Jake was his litter name. He lives with Jen and her family, and his name, they call him Brewster. He was small. Even at 8 weeks, he was still a little smaller than some of the other boys, but he's on my front page on my website. He weighs 65 to 68 pounds. Tons of bone, gorgeous head. So size right now is not it just is not a consideration. What you look for is balance. Is the head balanced? Like if you look at him, length of body compared to legs, you can see just beautiful balance. Shorter back like Rigo, not square, true to standard. So he's got the least amount of white. The white collar comes around on the non-show side. His copper shows, he's got, I wouldn't call him a dark face, but his copper for some reason is showing really well. They're just starting, like you probably can't see, but his eyes are starting to open. Okay, well give me some kisses. And Secret is a sweetheart. He likes to be held. He likes to look for food. And his back, he's got matching rear paws. He's got a lot of copper there. Beautiful, nice glossy black coat. Secret, as far as structure and head, his nose looks like it's almost filled in to me. I would say at this point show quality. And when I say this, a lot of people say you can't judge a puppy. Well, that's true to a point, but when you have a very, very consistent sire and you have a repeat now 3 times, I have a pretty good idea on what's what. And with him, I would only fault him. He's not a flashy boy, but neither is my bitch Mira, and she finished quite easily. So that's Secret. He's a firstborn male, and he's available, and I would consider, obviously it has to be a loving, good home, but I would consider a pet home for him, performance, and I do think that in qualified hands he could be a great show prospect. The second born is the one we've chosen to keep. His litter name is Rapper, and he's got like that wide, again, it's more difficult compared to Secret to see his head, but he's got a very defined stop, very nice head. Okay, they like to be held up close. He's got a lot of white in the front. His white doesn't come all the way up into the white on the belly. And his back feet are matching. He's another solid pup. Let me see if I can get him so you can see his balance. Great, great balance. Look at that. When you look at the leg, these pups also, I just love their rear hocks. Very, very pretty. He's got quite a bit of white in the back. He's got the Rico little black stripe. Hey, hey, Rapper, 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 Rapper. Okay, okay. He's very spoiled. When you only have 4, they get spoiled. I know. Him's a spoiled boy. He loves his mama. And we are definite on keeping him. We want a son from this cross, and so we have Gypsy, a female. So I really love this boy. He's got, let's look at his bone. He'll cooperate. He and Secret, I feel, are comparable in terms of bone. He's not going to cooperate. Hey, 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 hey. He just wants to be held. Hey, hey, hey. You can't just be loved all the time. And Secret is coming back up to me. As you can see, they'll nuzzle me. They imprint with me so well. Now, if someone else, like my daughter-in-law was here for part of the whelping, and my husband and son spend a lot of time with them. My husband is taking the film. But they won't come up and nuzzle them in the box in the same manner that they do me. So next we have Holler. Black tri-male. And he was the smaller one. He's gaining weight every day. Again, we want to look at balance as opposed to saying, oh, he's so small. That's not going to matter. If you look, he's got great balance. Nice legs, nice length of legs compared to body. You can see his fat tummy. He's got that full white. And you can see that if you go on my site and look under boys and look at Edward, Edward had the full white that went across the face. All of these pups with the white, their eyes are completely surrounded. There's no mismarking there. And you can see what that looks like because as their faces and their heads grow, the white does recede some. He has that same mark there, that Rico carries, that black spot right there into the white. Now a couple things that I'd like to point out. He has a tiny little white spot right there. And technically, if we were being technical, we would say that's just past the withers, so technically we might want to call him a mismark. However, I have seen these tiny little spots like this, and they do go away. And anyone that's familiar with the pedigree or that's spoken with me, I'm a very honest person, and I do tell them that Rico's lines do carry quite a bit of white. He has some white on his ear. Right now I'd say it's right about 25%, and the ear leather is dark, so it's just a fur. So I'm sure everyone is familiar with a very popular #1 rated Australian Shepherd male that has white on the ear, and that's how I see Holler. Holler's got a very sweet, easygoing, as you can see, compared to how Rapper, which is why we named him Rapper, because he's still carrying on, and I think he's trying to think of a new rap song. Holler, our little boy, he's very, very sweet, very laid back. Their personalities, like I said, are starting to come out. I would feel very comfortable in selling him to a show home, also performance or pet. I'm really open with him. His nose is not quite filling out, but it will. He's got a lot of copper. He's got really as much copper as Secret. It's just that the white predominates and it's not as visible. But and their ears are still, when you see, like compared to, see how his ears are still open? That tells me he's not hearing as good. I need a paper towel. Hold on if the camera goes crazy. We have an accident. They're just starting to potty now. Beyonce is, of course, one of the most wonderful mothers. She will mother any puppy from anyone. So the difference, for example, here's Holler. His ears are still open, which means his hearing isn't nearly as good as Rapper. As you can see, Rapper's ear flaps are closed. That tells us that he's starting to hear. And his name, we have a very special name. And when he's older and we announce that, we'll explain why we chose the name. But his name is going to be Gabriel, for the Archangel Gabriel, and he will be called Gabe for short. And we will explain that more when we introduce him officially. But if you see this mark on the top of his head, he's got a black dot. This is the one, again, we are keeping this one. We've made a final decision on that. We want a son from this cross. The last one is our female, and boy, is she gorgeous. I don't feel that the pictures we took did her justice. Again, I'm reminding you, when it's white, it can be deceiving. She has a beautiful stop. Her muzzle is tapering a little bit, but we're not going to have a snipey muzzle. She's got, on the non-show side, the white comes all the way up the leg into the belly and collar area, and on the non-show side, almost all the way up. She has got, let me turn her around, she's got a very full white collar. If you pull it back, it's coming just to the withers, so definitely marked with as much white as would be acceptable. She has no white marks, nothing to be concerned about. Beautiful feet. She actually has a lot of white on her feet, and if you look at her bone for a bitch, we kept Gypsy, but I feel that she, Whisper is her litter name. That Whisper has a little bit more bone and is a little cobbier of a bitch than Gypsy is. And Gypsy is the female that we kept out of, I'm trying to think of the first cross, I believe. Or the second cross. I take that back, the second cross. Now, Whisper is available to a serious show home. You know, we always have to consider what we're able to do and what we're able to give the puppies as far as attention and showing. And if we had more puppies and we had a bigger place, I would definitely keep Whisper and Rapper, but we just can't do that. And she's a pretty easygoing, laid-back girl. She's gaining very well. She's eating well. She's very patient, whereas Rapper is very impatient. I just think she's probably, in all truthfulness and honesty, I feel that she's the prettiest bitch that we've produced yet with this cross. But we do not have a Rico son, and those of you that breed understand, you know, well, Rico is only 4. He's a very young dog. Still, something could happen, and, you know, this has started out our foundation, and this cross, these dogs have gotten their CGC. We have ASCA champions. We have UKC champions ranked. I mean, they've just done phenomenal. And bear in mind that I only sell in a litter 2, 3 at the most as show potential, which means breeding potential. I do not sell, so I don't have 8, 6 puppies out of each litter out there competing. I prefer to sell them as pets, and I just want to make sure that it's a good home. So that's what we have available. They're 2 weeks old today. They're growing fast. They're doing extremely well. In the next week, we're going to do pictures later. We're going to give them a break. And here's my boy over here, my big boy. He's a handful, I can tell you that. This is Secret. I mean, I just love Secret structure. I just love his head. He has just got such a pretty head. Come here, Whisper. And Whisper is our very special little girl. She's very feminine, but she is not over-refined, so I'm just so thrilled. 4 puppies isn't very many, but we feel so blessed by God, and we do give thanks to Him that they turned out so great. As you can see, they're just starting to walk, which is typical. 2 weeks they start to walk. Sometimes, Beyonce sometimes will sit on her puppies for a week. There goes Whisper, she's walking. And they'll be headed out to Playland in no time now. The time goes really fast from here on in. So this is their first official video, and lift the camera up. And we want to thank you all for watching, and if you're interested, please email or call. I do prefer phone calls. I will not discuss, unless I know you personally, I will not discuss prices, contracts via email. If you're interested in one of these puppies, serious inquiries, and please take the time to give us a call, and we hope that you enjoyed it. So let's say goodbye and go over each one quickly. Secret, first male born. I'm open to any home for him. Second male, which is going to be, his litter name's going to be changed. He's staying, so he's not available. Rapper is not available. He's going to be staying at IndigoMoon. Third is Holler. Holler is available, and I would consider pretty much any home for him. These dogs have shown, these puppies from this cross have shown amazing herding instincts, great at agility, fly ball, you name it, they can do it. Conformation, definitely. And Whisper, I want Whisper to go to a show home because I just feel that she is just a spectacular representation. She is just phenomenal, and I just cannot tell you how tempted I am to keep her, but litters are expensive if you don't breed very often, like we don't. 1, 2 a year maybe, and that really depends on when they come in. Say bye, Whisper. Say I'm a sweetheart. Whisper's a very sweet girl. Yes, she can hear. Well, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. IndigoMoon Aussies, something to talk about.